this? Well, then get your shit together. All your shit. So it's together.
In a few hours, she'll probably be sane enough to work herself into some sort of towering Jesus-based rage at the hazy recollection of being seduced by some kind of cruel Samoan.
I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans.
Who are these people, these faces? Where do they come from? They look like caricatures of used car dealers from Dallas. And sweet Jesus, there are a hell of a lot of them at 4:30 on a Sunday morning.
The dudes are back, and it has been an absolute disaster over the last couple of weeks to be an American of any shape or form. Rob Rod and I were talking about it today. I honestly didn't want to come on and do the show at all because things are so fucked up right at the moment. And I just feel like the only thing I could do is whine.
Yes.
I don't have anything funny to offer, and that's usually like my thing. And so I feel like I failed you because there's nothing funny about what's going on right now. And it doesn't really seem to matter what side you're on. I think we can all agree Nazis are bad, racists are bad. Like, those are simple things we can agree on. But then we get down to, what are those people? Who are they?
Why are they?
There's like this weird shade of gray about all of this right now. And on top of it, you have psychopaths on the loose.
What are you doing? You cannot be serious. You just maced him. You just maced him. You just maced him. You just maced him and their food because you disagreed. Don't worry, I'm videotaping. Don't worry. I'm not going to.
That's not okay.
This is not for.
That is not okay.
Not okay.
You can't treat people like that.
What's
That is
wrong
wrong.
with you, lady?
That is wrong. You can't go around doing people.
It's okay, guys. This is her
You
car.
made somebody.
Don't worry, I got it. You weren't defending yourself, lady, and I've got this.
Did she hurt her? I didn't do anything.
She didn't do anything.
This was at a dog park in Ocean Beach, and yes, that is California. And they're sitting in a park having lunch, and I don't care what side of the mask debate you're on, really. They're out in a park. They're by themselves. They obviously know each other. They're not wearing masks. And this old lady walking her dog comes in and maces them and their food.
Well, hey, they were putting her life in danger by not wearing a mask and not practicing proper social distancing. Come on now.
That's obviously what she thinks.
That's exactly what she thinks. Come on now.
And here's the thing, pal. I out of the two of us am the one that is absolutely more freaked out by the COVID thing. We're gonna get to some stuff that the doctors have come up with about what happens to your heart. We've been talking about this for months now, about the fact that there are some long-lasting effects of this virus. And so I think there's good cause to be concerned and to protect yourself. But macing somebody else's picnic, it's not really protecting yourself. You're the aggressor at that point. You can hear the woman in the video. She's hysterical after this happens.
The thing about the masks is that it really has served as the barrier between human beings. There's actually no common courtesy anymore because, if I'm not wearing a mask and they're wearing a mask, if it's a little old lady needing help with something, do I go over there and help her or do I not go over there and help her? What do I do? What do I do? And everybody wearing masks, everybody's just become a whole lot more cold towards each other because of these masks. Aggressive, cold, mean, hateful, spiteful, and there's really no way around it. Everybody hates wearing them. So everybody's already in a pissed off, foul mood because you're having to wear the damn thing.
Oh, trust me.
Then you have the militant people who are totally against it.
Not only that, not only just wearing the masks, bro, but I've spent months and months by myself inside my house. And now when I leave my house, I have to do this thing that makes me uncomfortable. I got to tell you, I had to wear a mask last week at about 6,600 feet while carrying stuff up and down the stairs. It was extremely uncomfortable. There were times where I felt like I was suffocating and I needed to take the thing off. And truth be told, I pulled the thing down and got a couple of quick breaths of cool air, just allowed my anxiety to simmer a little bit, and then I put the damn thing back on. We're not happy about any of this, all of us. But you're right. It's working. Where it's being practiced, it works.
And everybody's pissed off about it. Everybody's pissed. It doesn't matter if you're pissed because you have to wear it or you're just absolutely militant against wearing it. You're pissed off. Just period. And everybody's acting like a dick towards each other. We're all dicks.
I don't think there's any fixing it. As far, like I said, I'm quickly coming to that conclusion here, and that worries me that based on our differences, that I don't feel like I should be supporting some of these people anymore, these ideas, these thoughts. I may play that video later I showed you of that guy in the South, in like the most racist city in the South, holding a Black Lives Matter sign, and all of the angry white people coming past him, calling him dirty names. Somebody calls him, it starts with a K. It's a bad name for a Jewish person. It's just crazy, right? And what bothers me about the video the most isn't that these racist crackers have these ideas, but this is like, not only are these racist crackers with these ideas, but they're really, really poor. And when that happens, those of us that have jobs, that live in states like Texas, like California, like New York, we support the rest of these people. And I'm kind of getting sick of it. That's the way I feel about it. You know what? Maybe you wouldn't be such a racist piece of shit if I wasn't paying for your food stamps and you had to get along with normal society like the rest of us. And that's kind of where I'm at right at the moment. And that's not good, right? Because we're not going to get along with each other in the future if that's the way things continue to go.
Well, there's no getting along anyways.
Well, how long do you think?
Everybody's being put into little boxes. We're all put into little boxes. We're all told what we should think, how we should feel. And if you don't feel a certain way, or if you don't think a certain way, then you're an asshole. You're the enemy. You're the bad guy. You're the racist. You're the homophobe. You're the this.
There should be common ground here on decorum. You know what I mean?
Because everything's political, and there's no decorum with it now. Everything's political. Everything's split down the middle, so this way and that way, and nobody wants to reach across.
It's always been, which is that, while we sit here and fight black versus white, all this bullshit that doesn't matter, we're all being robbed fucking blind.
Yeah,
and that's what's really going on. That's a fact. You got a $1,200 loan on your next set of taxes, and they walked away with billions of dollars. And they're going to do it again.
Look at the look at the value of Jeff Bezos at the time that all this COVID stuff has been going on. I mean, he was already number 1, number 2 richest guy in the world. Now it's gone up and up and up. Now, granted, a lot of people are using a lot more Amazon right about now. Lord knows I am. That Prime membership has paid for itself time and time again.
Have you noticed how, after the buzz about how much money he's made, I mean, it's something on like $150 billion.
Yeah.
Well, that's like his total wealth now. I think he put up something like $25 billion by the end of May. I don't know what the current number is. And here's the thing: is people were getting sick at his warehouses. He's making all this money personally, and he took a whack in the press for the thing. And now all of a sudden there's these cutesy little Amazon commercials in every commercial break that show what is she? I think she's like Asian. She looks like she's from Vietnamese, right? I like to check all the temperatures. I keep my family safe. And that's mommy's work. And it's so dripping. I
have two more examples of those types of commercials that you're absolutely gonna love. One is the the Hispanic guy who decided to stay home because his wife just gave birth to a child. Now that he's back to work, he's happy and he feels protected and safe because Amazon's taking all these steps.
Was that the deaf guy?
No, that's a different one. But the deaf guy was the one I was getting to next. Oh, the deaf guy. I'm thinking having him work in a warehouse environment is probably the worst thing in the world.
I'm telling you.
Because you can try to kill him with a forklift. Olay! And he would never know. He would never know. He definitely would hear it coming. Oops.
But he's not just a deaf guy. He's a black deaf guy. Single father. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yes. He checks all the diversity boxes. Are you black? Yes. Are you handicapped or disabled? Yes.
That cuts down on production costs when you do that. You only have to have like one commercial with that guy, and you've checked off several boxes instead of having to do like 2 or 3 or 4 more vignettes of the same thing. And I'm telling you, if you're gonna do good commercials, I don't personally want to buy their product, but I have to give them a lot of credit about DJ Khaled in the Geico commercial. Give another one, Devin.
Oh, yeah. Do another one.
Put in that
one.
That work, Devin.
Put in that work. Yeah, as a motivational speaker, I love that one.
And the best part about it is this like slow turn that Khaled does. He's like, put in that work, Devin. Don't give up.
Oh, yeah.
And when he walks, he like walks out really slow. It's like, and I think Khaled is just great. I mean, the way he became famous, being a DJ and not really having any talent, I support that.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I've had more people ask me who's DJ Khaled than anything else, but it's absolutely hilarious. Yeah, have you noticed that also since May we've had the advertising landscape has completely changed in terms of you don't see a whole lot of white people anymore.
Hadn't noticed that.
That's been the big thing that I've noticed.
No, it's hard to tell in between the Amazon commercials and the Geico commercial. It's pretty much and then the promos. I watch Hulu, so that's pretty much all I get. I don't know.
I watch a lot of Pluto. TV right now.
Maybe there aren't a lot of white people on Pluto, and that's the problem with what you've got going on. Oh, you mean the network on Roku? Right. I don't know. No, I hadn't noticed that. I guess I
hate autoplay videos, by the way.
Oh, well, shit happens when you party naked.
That's true.
Let's talk for a minute about... Well, first off, this show's called Dudes from Dallas, so let's talk about Dallas for a minute. Congratulations to Tarrant County, which is the Fort Worth side of that's the FW of the DFW, right? Fort Worth, that's what it means. The gateway to the West. Congratulations to Fort Worth for the first time in a month. They have had no COVID deaths. 30 days.
Woohoo!
30 days. So that's
good.
So what we're doing is kind of a compliment sandwich. Like I said, we started off with something good and congratulating Fort Worth, and now we're going to move to something negative, which is quack doctors.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, but I got to do it.
Oh, God.
We got to talk about this this group that had their little meeting at Capitol Hill today, the America's Frontline Doctors.
With the doctor from Nigeria who spoke there yesterday and was going off about hydroxychloroquine.
I want to talk about Stella Grace Emanuel. I've got a thing on that. Overall, most of the people that came out as part of this were not doctors at all. One of them was Jenny Beth Martin, who was the co-founder of the TPP, it's the Tea Party group.
The Tea Party Patriots of America. Defending the Constitution.
But you notice they all came out in like medical vests and stuff, so good for them. But
hey, if you got the Halloween costume hanging up in the closet, you might as well use it.
Well, I was telling you before we started, I know that's just a t-shirt, but based on like the color, it looks like you're dressed as, we're going to call you Father Rotten.
Yes.
Mother Mary.
Well, we've discussed this before on this show. We have discussed this once in the past.
You are an ordained nun. You're a nun.
I am an ordained minister in the Universal Life Church of Modesto, California, and of the Dudas Church of America. So
did you?
Yes, I am a Dudas minister,
licensed Dudist priest.
Yes, absolutely.
I
So I had to do it.
Yeah, I just never followed through. Hey, did
you
you
sent me the link and said do it, and I said okay.
Did you do any iRacing today?
No, not today. That is tomorrow.
All right. Well,
I had some old conservative a-hole to cut up today.
Not in in a bag.
Not in a bag, just
feed him to pigs.
Just audio.
Oh, cut his audio. Oh, cut his audio up. When you said you were going to cut him up, I thought you'd finally.
Well, I wanted to send.
Decided you were going to move on. However they phrase it these days.
Well, there's one prominent conservative talk radio host out there whose family has come into contact with the COVID and possibly contracted the COVID.
Here's the problem about what we do for a living. No, stop. Don't get us in trouble. You can't say any more.
Okay.
Just stop.
Okay.
Same with me. There's a lot of things I'm not going to talk about.
Wait, if I'm on furlough this week, can I technically still get in trouble with the employer that I would have to be going back to?
Yes.
Although I'm technically unemployed right now?
Yeah, you can. You're going to get in trouble. Boy, that got sidetracked quickly. I was going to run this Stella Grace Emanuel. She's the black chick, by the way. I need to tell you about her. She's been touting this hydroxychloroquine for
hydroxychloroquine.
Hydroxychloroquine. Thank you.
The thing that Trump liked that everybody immediately started hating.
No, that's because
I'm not a doctor. I mean, I am a doctor, but not a medical doctor. So I'm not going to.
She is a doctor, apparently.
Well, okay. I'm a doctor too.
Stop. Here's the thing. The medical community, of which there is one, that's not fair. That's absolutely not fair. Because a couple of fucking quacks have built a website does not mean that most of the doctors in America believe what they believe and that they are now not part of that. There is a much larger group of American doctors that have consensus on this fucking drug than these couple of quacks that managed to get a website 8 days ago. 11 days ago. So she comes on and she makes all of these claims about what's it called again?
Hydroxychloroquine.
Hydroxychloroquine, right?
And she's saying there's a cure for COVID. There's a cure for COVID. It's hydroxychloroquine,
and that is a claim that is not backed by mainstream medical science in the United States. Her idea. Here's why they think that all these doctors are lying, because they've got an axe to grind against Trump, and that's what this is all about. It's not about medical treatment. It's not about medicine. It's about Trump. And it's about an axe to grind against us because we want proof. So let's tell you a little bit about this woman. She was educated, and I put that in quotes because I'm sorry, and I don't mean to sound like a racist ass, and I don't know how to make it sound any different than that, but when you're medically educated in Nigeria, I kind of feel like you're the Nigerian prince of medicine, and it's a total scam.
Oh, I love the Nigerian prince. Have you been contacted by him recently?
No, I've got this chick telling me about the drug.
Oh, that sucks.
What do I need him for?
Because he always has money for you.
I wish. If only it were true. She was licensed in the state of Texas less than a year ago. She has been licensed in 3 different states. I think that's a little fishy myself personally. She's claimed that gynecological problems like cysts and endometriosis are in fact caused by people having sex in their dreams with demons and witches. She alleges alien DNA currently used in medical treatment, saying they're using all kinds of DNA, even alien DNA, to treat people.
Wait, alien DNA? Like ET phone home alien or
no, we took DNA from crashed extraterrestrials and are now using it in medical treatment. You
know what? That wouldn't surprise me in Area 51. That wouldn't surprise me. All right, come on.
Out of the weird shit going on. Okay, Out of all
That's
of it,
believable.
I gotta tell you, it says something about this entire story that the only thing that she has said that either one of us can agree on is maybe they're injecting us with alien DNA.
Yes,
The rest of
yes.
it is absolute. That has a kernel of truth. The rest of it's bullshit.
Yes.
She claims the Magic 8-Ball toy is a scheme to get children used to witchcraft.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is. 'Cause that thing could never give you a straight goddamn answer, okay?
Speaking of straight, she accused gay Americans of practicing homosexual terrorism and praised the father's decision not to love his transgendered son after a gender transition.
What's homosexual terrorism?
Well, obviously, it's when we come in and drop bombs. Duh.
I mean, is
We're
it when
gonna
a gay guy grabs my
we're gonna
junk at the bar?
No, girl, we're gonna blow it up.
Oh.
She also urges the children need to be whipped.
Well,
Eh,
I'm
Depends on
willing
the
to go
child.
along with that.
depends on I'm just kidding. You don't hit kids, Wayne. We don't hit kids. The source of this information, by the way, from the Daily Mail in the UK. Feel free to look it up yourself. Go to our Facebook page, Dudes from Dallas. We'll post.
Wait, we have one of those?
Yeah, we do. We've been like posting some stuff.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, it's not high quality entertainment, but it's a thing that I wanted to know. There was a picture. I'm sorry, this is as good as it gets. There's a picture of Data next to a picture of Lore, and there was a sign, and I'll put it up on the show. It says, "Put some," and it goes across the screen like this, left to right. Put some in your south mouth. And so the question is, Data wants to know, is it put some south in your mouth? And Lore says, put some in your south mouth. I thought it was funny. I posted it, and that's the kind of humor that you get on our Facebook page. So, dudes from Dallas, just search it and like the page and high quality humor. So I went on a couple of trips.
Well, if you're done talking about that doctor, we got to talk about another doctor real quick. Dr. Anthony Fauci of DC, the know-it-all Lord and Savior of us all.
This guy.
He was brought out to throw out the ceremonial first pitch at the Washington Nationals season opener, which Major League Baseball is basically doomed after the Miami Marlins had a huge blow up, with
canceled
COVID.
like a Yankee game. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, so Fauci decided to accept the invitation to throw out the first pitch at the Nationals game, and let me say he nailed it.
His first offering, just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. Ball 4. Ball 8.
Someone's had some extra time off.
Hi, that was me.
Oh man, that's funny.
I mean, 1, he didn't even get it to the plate. 2, he didn't get it within the realm of the plate, so far off. And it was such a pathetic little girly throw. Now everybody says, "Oh, cut the man some slack. He's 79 years old, blah, 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 blah." Okay, if you're that pathetic of a thrower, you can step away from the mound a few feet and still lob it over. I mean,
God, you're reaching.
I mean, even if you bounce it in, that's okay. That's more acceptable than what Fauci did. And yes, I had to combine that video clip with Major League.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though.
Because after seeing that pitch, if you didn't hear Bob Uecker in the back of your head saying just a bit outside, you're not an American and you need to get the F out.
Dr. Fauci threw out the first pitch, and then Trump came in and started whining about, well, I think he got his feelings hurt.
Well, of course.
And because of all the attention that Dr. Fauci was getting. And so he announced that he was throwing out the first pitch at a New York Yankees game.
And guess what?
Nobody told the Yankees. So the way this all went down is that apparently years ago, there was this conversation between Randy Levine and Trump. Hey, one of these days, you should come on down and you throw out the first pitch, and it'd be great. It'd be great. One of these days.
Hey, why not? I mean, other presidents have done it, so.
Well, I mean, this was I think this was like before. I don't know if it was while he was in the White House or before. Or what? It doesn't really even matter. Trump comes out and says, we're doing it August 15th. Nobody told.
He just arbitrarily chose a date. Hey, this is when we're going to do it. Now, of course, now you know that Trump is going to be like in the Rose Garden practicing from now until August 15th because he's going to have to show up, Fauci. I mean, he's at least going to have to put it in the general direction of home plate. And maybe he'll do better than Obama and George W. Bush did.
Yeah, they're all miserable. Anyway,
Yes,
Trump then announced that he would, in fact, not throw out the first pitch on August 15th, making it later in the season. Now, anybody that's been, like we said, paying attention to baseball at all, there's not going to be a later in the season. It's over.
I don't think there's going to be a season.
I don't think there's going to be. I mean, what is it, Tuesday? I don't think there's going to be any games this weekend.
Yeah, think about it. They started playing last Thursday, not even a week of games, and they're already talking about shutting it all down again because the Miami Marlins obviously just want to infect each other. And honestly, I think a lot of it has to deal with some of these athletes just being whiny, pussy little bitches, and they decided to go get infected so they wouldn't have to play.
Oh my goodness, is that really that?
Why? What they were already bitching about having to take less money this year.
They're talking and so they go out and get infected. I mean, that's
why not?
Because like this new study in the Journal of American Medicine points out, there's really like some long-term disturbing effects of having this COVID-19, and it specifically affects your heart.
But how do we know long-term effects for a virus that's only been around for 7 months?
Because they can study the structural changes, the damage to the heart, and extrapolate what that's going to mean for people in the future. Lots of inflammation, lots of damage. It doesn't matter. No, they've pulled open people that are dead and looked at the heart. That's a big part of it.
And what kind of damage did they have to their heart before?
Did I look at the heart? I don't know.
I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, I'm just asking questions.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But again, who cares what you or I think about?
But you did stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
No. Why should it matter what you or I think about how they arrived at this? That's part of the big problem we have right now is that, and it bothers me tremendously, and it should bother you. And I'm going to extrapolate this to something that you and I were both talking about earlier, and I'm going to hopefully drive this point home. There's a guy who works for a soccer team in town, and he thinks he's a fucking expert.
Oh, he really thinks he's
okay.
He's not just a expert. He is the expert, and you will respect his authority as the expert.
And so, to people like you and me,
yeah,
I've been behind a microphone since I was 15 years old. At one point, shows that I was personally responsible for harnessed tens of millions of listeners every week. I've literally been the producer of the third largest talk show in the country. I've personally been on the radio in numerous top 20 markets all over the U.S. I'm an expert. So are you. It drives me fucking crazy that an amateur, because he has a microphone and did a couple of minutes on Google, well, now I'm a pro. No, you're not.
Yeah,
Al.
you're a pro. You're
not a pro. And so that's how I feel about the medical field. Yeah, I've got some opinions. I'm allowed to do some research. I'm curious about the thing like you are. In fact, I'd love to know some of the answers to the questions that you asked. How do they arrive at some of these details? What really? Because I'm sure if you ask, it's in the study. They're going to explain it to you. The newspapers don't, and the people that are reporting on the thing that they reported on, they're not going to get into the nitty gritty. But somewhere inside of this study, they're going to explain all of it. And if you really want to know the answer, go and read the study. Unfortunately, I don't have the time in this show to do that, so we're reading.
Well, and would you honestly understand what they were saying in the
No,
study?
no,
That's the thing.
not most of it. Well, not most of it, but I'm sure if like
because they don't exactly put it to us laymen's in studies. No. They speak doctor. They speak medical.
You're asking about, well, how do they know? Well, I don't know. I'm sure they're going to explain at least that part. We opened dude up and vivisected some. I mean, I don't know, whatever they do.
Well, I mean, the biggest reason the reason that I ask is really simple. I mean, you still have studies where with medications, but then 20 or 30 years, medications that were deemed to be safe 20 or 30 years later have been pulled off the market because, oh, wait, we found out the long-term effects of these are not good. So I'm kind of wondering.
Actually, this store does it. Researchers, I guess I could have just read the whole story. Researchers
Stop being lazy. Read it.
Researchers use cardiac imaging results of 100 patients who've been confirmed to have COVID-19 and have had a negative swab test for the virus after 2 weeks in isolation. They tracked the patients in the University of Hospital Frankfurt COVID registry between April and June of 2020. 33 patients who participated in the study required hospitalization, 28 of those requiring supplemental oxygen at one point during their stay, at least 2 patients placed on a ventilator. So what they're saying is that the range of symptoms were mild. Some people needed all sorts of life support, and about 50 of them didn't. All 100 participants underwent a standard cardiac MR imaging and compared to 50 healthy control patients and 57 risk factor matched patients. So they compared healthy and sick. I don't know. You're right. We didn't understand any of it.
Exactly.
But they did it. But they did explain it to us.
Yes.
So they're not hiding it. I just don't know what it meant.
Do we know a doctor? Do we have a real doctor, like a medical doctor?
I actually do know several. I went to school with several doctors.
See, I didn't know anybody that smart.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not gonna lie. All the people I hung out with in high school, with the exception of one, they're total fucktards. They know who they are. They're watching this.
My graduating class was like 1,100 people. Somebody had to be smart. We can't all be plum farmers.
Like the one guy in my class that could have been a doctor decided to go work for the Department of Energy because he wanted to go blow shit up. Now he gets to go work with nuclear materials in Tennessee.
Okay, so infected patients were likely to have evidence of a biomarker usually found after a heart attack, even 2 months after they'd recovered. And at least 60 patients had signs of inflammation. So yeah,
that makes sense. That does make sense to me.
So there you go. There are long-term effects to this. They're right to be upset and scared. But, I know jocks. I've known some that play sports. They're not always the smartest people in the world. The idea that they don't want to play and that getting sick, I mean, it's like a Major League Baseball COVID party, for idiots, I guess. As we've seen, that's kind of the defining thing of 2020 is some of us, listen, I don't like a mask. I'm not really happy staying inside. I'm kind of having a freak out just like everybody else. I'm not loving this, but I'm doing it. I'm going to get through it. It'll be fine. And most of us are pretty much right there. And then there's the fucking psychos that can't get out of everybody's way.
You have the militant mask wearers and you have the militant anti-maskers.
It's crazy. And I had, I'm worn out by it. I don't want to be around these people anymore. I just don't want to deal with it. God, please give us a vaccine. But the thing about it is, I think the damage is done, buddy. I just don't see how we step back from any of this psycho shit.
Well, because you know what the next fight's going to be when there is a vaccine.
Oh, about taking it or not taking it. Oh, God. Right.
Not even like, will you or will you not? It's government mandated or not government mandated.
And here's the thing is, bro, there's so many other things we could have talked about. We could talk about what's the crazy shit going on in Portland and how I had my own insane interaction with the Border Patrol in the last couple of weeks.
Yes, you did.
We could talk about how I did not get abducted by aliens in Tucson as I had requested. And I'm bummed because for as often as I'm in the South, and
Are you sure that you didn't get abducted? Did you? Did your butt start to hurt at all?
Nope, no butt stuff, nothing.
Oh, then yeah,
no bright lights. Yeah, it's really disappointing. I mean, I thought I mean, maybe they just want someone younger these days. I don't know. I don't know.
You're too old for him.
Yeah, I'm too. I'm finally. I aged
You're too
out.
old. You're too hairy.
Yeah. Well, because they don't like to shave to do the butt stuff. Is basically how that works.
Exactly.
So I mean, and I know that is because I watch a lot of Ancient Aliens. I'm always watching stuff on the History Channel, and I've been in the South. I drove through Roswell, New Mexico, at 2 a.m. when I was moving to Dallas. I've been in the South, like me and Josh. We were out in the South for like a month in the high desert, New Mexico. I've been through there numerous times at night. I have never seen anything, nothing. And it's so wrong because my mother sees ghosts. She has had like cocktails with them. My mom's a nut job. I hope I gotta tell my nieces about that someday, about grandma talking. They moved into a house where this lady had died. And stuff, and it's just my mother and father. And like things start moving around, and it happens subtly at first, and then it continues, and it gets weird after a while. Like she'd get into the shower, and soap would be moving and gone. Right? She accused my dad of it. My mom's telling a friend about this. The friend goes, "Oh, well, you know that lady died there, or it was a guy. It was a guy that died." And
so the guy's just looking for a peep show.
No, I think he was just trying to let her know that he was there or whatever. And so my mother, I'm glad I'm putting this on tape just in case I die. If I die in a plane crash, at least somebody can play this for my nieces and you can tell them about their grandmother. She goes and pours a drink for herself and for the ghost while she's alone one night. And they fucking she and this ghost hash it out. She's like, listen. Okay. She's like, listen, I know this used to be your house. You're dead. You don't know that, but you're dead. I know this used to be your house.
You're dead.
Cool. It's cool if you hang out here. We don't have enjoy the house, but you got to stop with the weird stuff. And we got to learn to coexist. And then I guess that made it better.
Now, who drank the drink?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it went that far. Like the ghost didn't. The ghost isn't gonna have a shot, Rob. Come on. It's just it's like you pouring one out for the homies or whatever.
That's when you actually pour it out. You don't pour it into a glass.
Well, maybe she poured it out of the glass.
You know that got drank.
There. Why are you asking me?
You know that drink was gone, and you know somebody drank it, and you know it wasn't the ghost.
And what's funny is it's not just man, that's really interesting. I didn't mean to devolve into this, but then my dad has seen stuff too. When he used to plow snow up in this mountain town up in Tahoe.
Did he call himself Mr. Plow?
No, I've tried. My brother does plow snow still up there, and I totally want to get him. I'm going to get him a Mr. Plow jacket for.
You should absolutely
for Christmas because I've spotted one on the internet. I want to buy for him. Anyway, no, they didn't call him Mr. Plow. My dad's not nearly that cool. Kind of a dickhead, actually. Nobody really likes my dad, so or my mom. But moving on. He's up plowing this lady's house, and he's plowed for her driveway forever. And she comes out the fucking window and she waves at him, and that's how they do it in mountain towns or whatever. This went on for a long time. And so there's this one particularly bad storm, and he goes up and he plows and he sees the lady. They wave at each other. And he goes back to the shop and he's like, somebody really should go up there and check on her. I know her kids aren't in town now. I didn't see any cars in the driveway. And, she's up there all by herself in the middle of this storm. And his boss looks at him and he goes, wait, you mean the lady up at blah, blah, blah house? And he goes, yeah. He goes, she's dead. No, she's not. I saw her tonight. She was up there waving at me. He goes, no, really. She died like 2 months ago. So he's been having this interaction with this woman in her house that's been dead for a couple of months. And so with that in my background, I've never seen anything. Part of me is I'm a little disappointed in the alien stuff because I don't want to get abducted or anything, but I think
yes, you do.
No, not at all. I think it'd just be really cool to see you know,
You want to have your Russell Case Independence Day moment. That's what you want to have. Come on.
Hey, boys,
I'm back. See, yes.
No, not at all. That's not what I want. I just want to see some cool floaty stuff in the sky. But with the ghost thing, the way I understand it is kind of once you open the door to the ghost thing, the door's kind of open to the ghost thing, and you probably don't want that. You know, I live alone. I don't need to be haunted in my fucking apartment. Like, I'm cool. My studio is in a closet. I don't need this to turn into a portal to hell. It already kind of is.
Yes, it is.
And then on top of all of this crazy shit, you've got people that believe that that they're like being that they're being microchipped right now.
It's always something. It's always something.
I mean, if the government's going to put some chips in me, I hope it's a Dorito. I like Doritos.
All right, but nacho cheese or Cool Ranch?
There's more than just those two kinds. I could be a salsa verde guy. You don't know. Cool Ranch. I'm not nearly that interesting.
See, I was going to go Cool Ranch as well, you prick. All right, so you scrolled by Bill and Ted 3.
Yeah. Do we want to?
Yeah.
Do we know how old these guys look? So this is Alex Winter. This is Alex Winter and Keanu introducing Bill and Ted Face the Music, the official trailer.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alex Winter.
And I'm Keanu Reeves.
You asked for another trailer for Bill and Ted Face the Music.
And here it is.
Please enjoy and remember to be excellent to each other.
And party on.
When your wives suggested couples therapy, do you think that this is what they had in mind?
Definitely. I mean, we're a couple of couples, right?
Bill, Ted, enough of the delusions. You didn't time travel, and you didn't go to heaven and hell. Here's a real idea for you. Be role models to your daughters. Get real jobs.
Bill, we've spent our whole life trying to unite the world, and I'm tired, dude.
Ted, we have a destiny to fulfill.
Whoa! Greetings, my excellent friends. We have a problem.
Step forward. A song created by Preston Logan, performed tonight, will save reality as we know it.
Dude, we better write that song now. Or why can't we just go to the future when we have written it?
Take it from ourselves.
Except, won't that be stealing?
Cheers! How is that stealing if we're stealing it from ourselves, dude?
Dude, our dads are totally in trouble. We should help them out.
No way! How's it going, Bill and Ted?
We're putting together a most extraordinary band.
Hey, you want to be in our band?
Oh, this is ja fantastisch.
We're gonna go talk to Death. Is he playing hopscotch by himself? Dude, he's cheating. Hey, Death!
Life, it isn't a wild stallion.
Let's rock!
Be excellent to each other.
And party on, dudes!
Nia! Billy! Dance! How you doing?
Well, we're dead and we're in hell.
But how you doing?
We're good.
Life would be so much simpler if we were all just excellent to each other, but we're not. And it's
And
never
if we
gonna be that
partied
way.
on, dudes.
Well, that was depressing. They're so old. It's such a great, I mean, literally like that movie came out in the 80s, 89. I was like 6 years old when they first did it.
I mean, I when it comes to this one, I'm glad that they brought back William Sadler's Death. Bill's father looks old as fuck. Of course, Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves both look old as fuck. And you gotta think, man, it's really sad.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Speaking of William Sadler, I had to just make sure that we were talking about the same person. There's supposed to be a spinoff. William Sadler played God, what was the name of the character he played in Star Trek?
Sloan.
Yeah,
Section 31.
Section 31. Thank you.
You'll get there eventually.
I should have been able to pull that out like this, but it just didn't happen. Word is that they're trying to create a Section 31 like spinoff.
Yeah, but they're going to be doing it with Michelle Yeoh.
They're not going to have William Sadler in it?
No, they're not going to have
William Sadler. Start the thing with William Sadler!
Nope, they're going to go with
He created Section 31.
No, no, Section 31 has existed way before. Since the earliest days of the Federation.
That is open for debate.
Okay, hold on. Okay, screw it. Let's have the debate. Come on.
No.
Yes, come on. What else are we gonna do? Talk about the news?
Listen, the only person that knew anything about Section 31 was William Sadler. There weren't any other pieces to it. So he says that it's like a thing that was created and it's been around since the start of the Federation. I don't know that that's true. There's no proof.
Yes, there is.
Other than his word. No, there's not. What proof? Lay it on me.
In the Star Trek prequel series, otherwise known as Enterprise.
Not canon.
That is canon.
No, absolutely not. Anything with Dracula in it is not fucking canon.
All right. Another example. Star Trek Into Darkness. Admiral Marcus talked about. Yes, it is.
J.J. Abrams. It's a whole nother. It is not canon. It is
okay, fine. Star Trek Discovery introducing Section 31.
Okay. Well,
10 years before Kirk and Spock, there was Section 31.
Okay.
So wait, you'll take the crappy Discovery piece of evidence? What the fuck?
At least because it's canon.
What? Discovery's a steamy pile of shit.
Everything you just threw my way is some J.J. Abrams explosion, not fucking canon. And then you come with Philippa Giorgio, and I'm okay with that explanation. You won the debate. What more do you want? What do you want? You want me to be happy about how you did it? I'm not. You fucking bastard.
The fact that you take it from the Discovery.
Discovery is excellent. I'm just telling you that you can sit here with a straight face and bring up Enterprise to me.
Yeah.
That's even part of this conversation.
Yeah. They had the hot Vulcan, man. That's all that matters. Hot Vulcan. That's all that matters.
Hot Vulcan Discovery.
No.
Yes. She's hot.
What hot Vulcan on Discovery?
Oh my God. Have you not even watched Discovery?
Yes. Who's the hot Vulcan? I have not seen a hot Vulcan on Discovery.
Gonna make me do this?
Yes.
Google it and not make yourself look dumb. You know, Michael she's Vulcan, right?
No, she's human.
No, she's Vulcan. She was
raised by Vulcans, but she is not a Vulcan.
She converted.
No pointed ears, no green blood, not a Vulcan.
Converted.
No.
Oh, so you're saying that it's the pointy ears that makes one a Vulcan, and the green blood.
Look at Spock.
You know who else has pointy ears and green blood?
Spock.
Romulans.
Well, yeah, because they're offshoots of Vulcans.
See why your racist bullshit?
Common ancestry.
You see why it doesn't count? She is Vulcan.
She is not Vulcan.
It's like converting. It's a religion.
She's as Vulcan as I am Mormon.
She's culturally Vulcan.
Okay, culturally, but she's not a Vulcan.
Why do I have to put an asterisk in front of it for you? Good God.
And she's not hot.
So Nika Martin Green is beautiful.
She is not hot. Jolene Blaylock, hot.
You are more of,
Jerry Ryan, hot.
You're more of a Mary Wiseman kind of a guy, aren't you? Getting down with the redhead Tilly, huh?
No.
Yeah, I like Tilly. I think she's cool. But I kind of, honestly, I was really into Discovery, and then they killed off the cute little gay doctor. They killed off Hugh Culber, And I just
They brought him back.
Did they?
Yeah, season 2.
Oh no! Now I have a whole nother reason to watch. So you just made. See, that's why I keep you around. You turned my frown upside down.
Now, did you ever watch Picard?
I got through the first couple episodes. Yeah, it's really heavy. Really heavy.
Yeah.
I love and it's like, part of it for me is that I can't stand the idea that I have to wait. I have to wait another whatever, how long to get. Look at what they did with Rick and Morty. How long did I have to wait for just like half the season?
Yep.
It's not nice. So anyway, I don't like the games. So I tend to kind of just wait until like a whole season of something is out, and then I'll just binge it.
All right, well, it's out, so go binge it.
Did you do what I told you today and go watch Jonathan?
That's tomorrow.
That is such a weird movie. So I made a Baby Driver reference to Rob the other day, and it made me think that I was on this kick. What the hell is that kid's name? His name is, the actor in Baby Driver is Ansel Elgort. And he's the kid in Baby Driver. He's also in this other really strange movie called Jonathan. And the idea behind Jonathan is that...
I thought I was supposed to watch Baby Driver.
No, you're supposed to watch Jonathan. Well, you can actually just watch both. You can do both. John Hamm's in Baby Driver. It's a fun movie. But Jonathan, he plays brothers. And these brothers, well, so I guess at one point they had him diagnosed as schizophrenic or something. And he met this doctor who recognized that what was really going on was it was two people sharing the same body. And they were brothers. I guess originally there were three. And like one of them killed himself. And they share this body 12 hours at a time. And it's these two different characters that Ansel Elgort plays that wake up and they're in the middle of this big fight with each other. And so there ends up being a resolution to it, but it's so interesting to watch them. They communicate through a tape and they record each other. You don't seem at all interested in this movie.
I am.
What are you doing, Ben?
I'm reading it on my iPad.
Oh, okay, good. Reading along. Yeah. Anyway, it was a weird movie. It tripped me out. The acting, and I thought Ansel Elgort was a great actor. It's kind of centered around him. There's a lot of really weird sci-fi stuff out there. So, maybe get off of the racist Pluto planet where there's no white people and it's all, and come over to the Hulu side where it's all Netflix all the time. But it's diverse.
Well, but I was watching Mystery Science Theater 3000.
You need a life.
What? What's wrong with watching,
you can watch whatever
something that's known as just a show?
Watch whatever you want, Big Daddy. It's all good. Whatever makes you happy at this point. Who might have shit on you? All I do know is that you're definitely not worth microchipping. So
exactly. No, I am definitely not worth microchipping.
Is it put some south in your mouth or put some in your south mouth? What do you think?
It's put some south in your mouth.
Okay. Well,
I'm saying put some south in your mouth, as in, like I would turn to Mrs. Rotten and say, "Hey, put some south in your mouth," aka my dick in your mouth.
Wow,
and then I'm gonna put it in your south mouth with it, which is.
I was trying to. Yeah, you keep talking. You ready? Let's finish on something positive. I thought this was really cool.
Well, hold on. Before we finish on something positive, rest in peace, Regis Philbin and John Saxon, Maurice Petty. Who else died this past weekend? There was like 6 people that died.
Oh, Regis died.
Not all COVID related, by the way. Some of them natural causes.
He talked to Armin Zimmerman as Quark.
Yes.
Whole makeup one time. And, Kelly Ripa, her kind of goodbye to Regis was really bland. And you'd think that somebody that like launched her career, she'd be a little more grateful to, but I don't know. Do they end up on Bad Blood, Kelly and Regis?
No, I thought that was only Kelly and Michael Strahan.
Are they not doing the thing anymore? Oh.
No, it's her and Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, I hate Seacrest. He's terrible.
He's everywhere.
I know. That's why I don't like him, amongst other things. So anyway, I want to show you this video.
He, too, is the worst gay in the world.
There's no proof of that. He's not on the newsletter. I know that for a fact. Anyway, this is what happens when you challenge a 50-year-old woman to a I don't know, basketball shot, long shot. I couldn't do it. Check this out.
Young man, I am in the store trying on my shoes. What do you want?
So I heard you've been getting tried on TikTok.
They've been trying me. Okay.
Well, have you ever done it in the store?
Y'all gonna learn that. Cash. Don't play with me. A next challenge.
That is Chantel. Oh, God, I'm going to butcher the shit out of this last name. I apologize. Tremiteri? Tere? The internet's anti of trick shots. She's been getting tried, challenged on TikTok by all these people, and she goes into this store to try on some shoes, and the clerk's like, "Hey, you been getting tried? Can you make this?" And she fucking slammed. That's what y'all gonna learn today from Auntie. It's good stuff.
She used to be in the WNBA, didn't she?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, so I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, no, well, that's the whole thing. Yeah, she is a professor now. She was a WNBA player.
Oh well. I mean, can you name a single WNBA player without Googling?
About the only NBA players I can name are about the same ones that everybody names. I'll give it to you this. She played for the Monarchs in Sacramento. I can name a bunch of the Kings. She played for the Utah Stars, the Indiana Fever. Good for her. Put it down, Auntie. Show them what's up. Hopefully that kid paid for her shoes or something. You know, there should be like...
He better have.
She'd get it for free $99. I mean, she did bet him cash, right? Okay, well, the world's on fire, and it's not good, so wear your damn mask and, be excellent to each other.
And party on, dudes.